Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls. We're going to continue our trek down into Blighttown. You may notice, we changed back to our pyromancy set. Well, that's generally because it has way more poison resist than anything we have right now. We actually saw their whole, the fat boys. We've seen their whole moveset earlier on because they only do kind of like the drunken swing and the roar. There's not much else to them outside the fact that they do poison damage. Yeah, dung pies. They're a usable item, a throwing item to be exact. They poison you, but also greatly poison the person that you're fighting against. These guys, they're not that difficult. They luckily don't have any poison attacks with them. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. We've made aggressive one of the more annoying enemies in the game. They fire toxic darts at us. Luckily, they don't hurt us. At least not as much as these guys would. That right there, that little aggressive stance, is a grab, and we don't want that to happen. Because any grab takes off a hefty portion of our health. And that's just no good. Alright, so this little bastard right here is the one that does the toxic darts. There's almost nothing that actually does that has any sort of toxic resistance. So there's also that toxic is annoying on multiple terms, but it's made even more so when you consider there's not much to resist it. Toxic works just like poison, except even more annoying, because it can kill you in a matter of seconds instead of a matter of minutes. There's generally a couple of these guys on the other side that want to try to always run across and do you some real bad harm. Right, we can go to the right, or we can go to the left if we're brave enough to do a running jump. And we did it without taking any damage. Couple of these guys down here as well, but the item that they're guarding isn't really worth going after, so we're not going to. We really should go and rest at this bonfire, and I think I'm also going to kindle the fire as well, because it's going to be a while till we get to the next bonfire. Also, let's go and put a couple more points into endurance as well as 1 point into stamina. The only time the Black Knight weapon's strong attack ever works is if you have the biggest jump on someone. Got another soul of the Proud Knight, and we should go and find where we go get up. The problem with this level is that it's really dark, and I'm going to try to go and bump that up in post so you guys don't have to deal with how dark it is. We got the Shadow set. Also considered the Assassin set. I think that it's... yeah, we still have more poison resist from the Pyromancy set, but it gives you some pretty good bleed resist, even though the magic and fire resist is also pretty bad. It's pretty cool once you get the dark grain wood ring, the one that gives you ninja. Hellhounds. They're like our old buddies from the Berg, the lower Berg, and they're... except they breathe fire. We're gonna abuse the hell out of the invincibility frames that we got so far so we don't get shot by the toxic dart guy. I'm so glad I'm able to use the secondary attack on this weapon, because most of the time, well, that's never gonna happen. Ah, crap. There he is. Being a jerk. Get down here, though. Essentially just... not even have to deal with them, hopefully. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. Oh, that's... you're not helping. Little plague citizens, ones that have the human bodies as weapons, they generally can... This is what I mean, though, about grabs being kind of finicky. Let's go get us back some health on this one. But they're... yeah, they could generally drop lost soldier souls and things like that. And we got the Eagle Shield. Before the update for the PC version, the Eagle Shield had 100% block and pretty much everything else that you're seeing right now. It's considered one of the best shields in the game. But even still, 95% block isn't bad. And if you're able to see, there's some mosquitoes just kind of waiting off in the side there. They only have a certain area in where they can go, so that's why they're always can always see them there. And they're infinitely spawning. Thankfully, you can get souls off them from the evil ring. Well, not souls, but life. Where did that guy go? There he is. And thankfully we dodged that attack. Didn't quite expect that to happen. Before we go anywhere though, we want to kill this little bastard up here because no, I refuse to have poison darts, toxic darts, shot at me. They are a unique enemy, they don't come back, thankfully. I almost forgot. I do believe up here we can go and take care of that leech. I do believe this is the access to get to it. Yeah, if you don't attack him in this way, he's almost impossible to, well, attack. He's guarding one of probably the best pyromancy spells, or what I consider the best spell in the game. Power Within. This used to work as an enchantment on your weapon, but now it's just an enchantment on yourself, and it increases all damage exponentially. The only thing it doesn't do is make you stronger. It doesn't raise any defense. Also, it steals life from you too. There is that. Do this properly, if I can do this the right way, what I want to do, let's traverse the white light just because we can, and right here. One of the more fun weapons in the game is right here, though it's extremely weak. I'd almost never recommend actually using it, unless you really want to go for that Castlevania run. Yeah, no, we're not gonna fall. You might say I'm not falling for that, and you're quite welcome for that pun. I'll show off the whip and the Aito later. Right now, we really need to get to a safer area. One of the areas that I don't like for the simple fact that we have this little toxic dart dude shooting at us. For some strange reason, the fire doesn't go through the board, but our sword does. Not that I'm complaining. Oh jeez. We have some of the mosquitoes following us. Luckily, only two can exist at a time, so you don't ever get swamped. Speaking of swamps, let's see if we can busted iron ring and get the hell out of here. Soul of a Proud Knight. Awesome. Well, let's quickly make our way to this bonfire. No need to get anybody else on our tail. In fact, let's go and reset that. And this is actually where that one person said to fall. Nothing really too spectacular over here except for a dragon scale. The only problem is dragon scales aren't too great. I've never liked them. Mainly because dragon weapons aren't the greatest. Alright, let's just show off the Ito. We can't use it the same way as we can use strength weapons. Every strength weapon, you can two-hand it if you meet the requirements, but if you don't meet the requirements for the dexterity, which Ito is 20, then you're not going to be able to properly use it. This is the special R2 attack when you two-hand it, the quick draw. It's pretty cool. I haven't really found quite the use for it, and we have the single-handed version as well. It's a lot faster. Obviously does less damage, but that's okay. Let's find the other weapon. Where is the whip? There we go. Whip's also a pretty awesome weapon. It has some decent range to it. Its unique property is that, well, you can't riposte with it, you can't backstab with it, you can't even do a plunging attack. So it's pretty lame in that regards. There's an upgraded version of the whip that we can't get to just yet. Let's see if I can wield the Dragon's Great Axe. Nope. This is the Dragon King's Great Axe. It's pretty awesome, and let's see... No, if I had enough strength, we'd be able to use its special ability, which is like an AoE version of the Drake Sword's two-handed ability. We're almost finished with this update, but there is one other thing that I want to do. That's just to specifically kill this guy, because he's a Jew. Actually, it's just to fight Mad Eater Mildred. And to get a special weapon. She's pretty much a pushover in any sense of this fight. It's kind of sad. But you do get the... I think it's considered the Butcher's Knife in this one. Humanity? Yep, Butcher's Knife. Which, if anyone remembers Demon Souls, the knife there was pretty much the most overpowered weapon in the game. Not so much here, thankfully. And let's just show it off really quick. Yeah, we don't have enough strength for the one-handed version, but the two-handed version always suffices. Strong attack is that huge slam on the ground. It takes a little too long to come out for my taste, but I don't know. Just there's something about wielding huge butcher knife that makes it fun. Well, we're gonna go and call it actually an update for us on this side before we gotta go and kill this mosquito because screw mosquitoes. Oh yeah, another problem I have with the butcher's knife is that, well, there's no overhead swing, it's always side swings, and that's never good. Alrighty, but we'll see you all in the next update of Demon Souls. Thank you again for watching.